testing of the live streaming today. I'm trying it a different way. I don't want to do it on my phone this year. So, this is the first test of that. Yeah, I might fall asleep, you never know. Alright, I think I like that view. I think I might need to go back up. Yeah, if you just popped in, I'm trying to just live stream a different way this year, using a camera. If it overheats, it's going to shut down on me, so this is just kind of a test stream. Last year I used my phone, and I do not want to do that again. So right now we're planting a 135 acre field. I've probably planted 75 of it so far. I'm planting soybeans. So yeah, we're just going to sit back and cruise and hang out. We had a lot of really good live streams during harvest last year. I do answer questions or just shoot the crap, so I'm not real confident that this camera is gonna not overheat. I'm trying to get my air vents pointed at it. It's about the best I can do, probably. So yeah, we'll just see how long it lasts. Number 2 of planting season for us. Technically, it's really our first full day. Yesterday I did mostly just like testing and stuff like that, so really just getting going here in Michigan. I was just in Florida a couple weeks ago on spring break. Well, actually about a month ago, I guess. I was in Destin. We like it down there. South of Orlando, nice. Yeah, Destin's pretty nice. We've been there 2 years in a row now. Technically, this time we were in Fort Walton Beach, but same thing. There's this pizza place in Destin called Merlin's. It's Bomb City. Yeah, Steve, we really like the Fendts as well. We used to be New Holland. I've been running this Fendt 936 now for probably 4 years, I think. Don't really have many complaints. My planner is a Fendt Momentum. So I'm fully Fendt on this setup. Janet, hi. How's planning going in Kansas? Gleaner combines? Gleaner? Yeah, we like the Gleaner combines. We've been running them forever. Like literally forever, so we really like them. We demoed a Fendt Ideal, so if you watched my harvest videos from last year, you've probably seen that, but I don't know how seriously we'd actually look at going away from Gleaner. We're just really used to them, and we really like them, so. But it was worth a look, checking out the Ideal. Maybe someday, you never know. You know, that's the thing, every manufacturer has problems. It's not like there's one machine out there that is magic and doesn't have any issues. You're gonna break down no matter what you have. So, for the most part, Gleaners are pretty simple to work on. We have a dealer close by, so it really works out for us. Now, there obviously is a Fendt dealer near us as well. But I did just buy a new corn head for my S98, so I won't be complaining about my corn head all harvest this coming season. I generally plant about 20 acres an hour, I would say, just on average. That's kind of what I always figure out in my head. And I can usually map out my day right down to the hour, generally, so I would say it's pretty true at 20 acres an hour. My planter's 40 foot wide. I'm going right now about 5 miles an hour, so. Okay, Steven. Well, hopefully the guys around there, I'm not sure if you farm, I think it sounded like you did, but hopefully you guys get everything in the ground soon. Camera's getting hot, but I don't know if it's going to overheat or not. So if the stream just abruptly ends, that means my camera overheated, so just throwing it out there. We're in Lake Odessa, Michigan. It sits right in between Lansing and Grand Rapids. Pretty much exactly in the middle of those two cities. So I guess I'd kind of be considered either mid-Michigan or West Michigan. We're kind of right in there. Gotta steer around a little water hole here. There's still a few water holes sitting around here and there. We've been really wet most of the spring here in Michigan. So guys in our area are really just getting started. There's some guys that planted a little bit last week that I'm aware of. But then we got a little more rain, and this is the first like real window of planting that we've had, so. Mackinac Island. I haven't been up there since I was a little kid. Which tractor do you have? For my field view just plugs right into my 2020, so I don't have a puck in here. But if you have the same cab as me, I believe it is like on on the right hand side over here. It's probably under that cover. Maybe. So I can't fully help you with that. Because I don't have a puck in here. But if you're running a 2020, you should have got a little mount for your iPad that you can plug it into. Does your cab look like mine? Because there's different cabs. But again, I don't have a puck, so. Well, it must be I helped you in some way, so you're welcome. Yeah, if you have a puck and you have to use the puck, I would assume it's probably underneath this little, I'm guessing there's a fuse panel in there. Because I don't see any other port to plug into. So it's got to be under there. I'm heading with cool air. But yeah, I'm really hoping this camera will stay running, because I think this would be a nice way to live stream. I'll shout out. Easy. probably just gonna let this live stream roll as long as the camera will last, because I want to figure out how long it will last. So probably just keep this rolling for a while. I know later in the evening a lot of people will end up in here. We had one stream last fall that we had like 130,000 people watching. But it's usually later at night. I notice people like to watch these, so. But my main goal with this live stream is just to see how long this camera is going to last. That way I know what I'll be capable of. Can't talk. Not capable of talking, that's for sure. But I've been on the hunt for a camera that's capable of live streaming for long periods of time to YouTube, and I don't know, I'm not having very good luck. Any other farmers out there? If so, how's your planting season going? Up to that wet hole. To kind of plan around it here a little bit. I don't want to get in the mud, rut it up. I could probably make it through it if I really wanted to, but it's not worth it. you got to bead all the way around it. Now I'm gonna have to back up to it to get lined up. Looks like dinner's here, waiting for me up here at the road. So when I get to the end, I'll stop. I'm probably going to leave the stream going, just because, like I said, I want to just see how long this camera's going to last. But I'll be right back. Don't be afraid to comment, ask questions. Try to be pretty interactive. I want to say last year I had a live stream that lasted, I don't know, probably like 14 hours. It was crazy. Every time I tried to end it, people kept asking me to keep it going, so I ended up live streaming literally all day. It was our last day of harvest. But alright, I'm gonna go grab my dinner. I'll be right back after this dust clears. Pizza night. It's always exciting. Everybody likes pizza. wife doesn't. But everything's running pretty smoothly today. I had a lot of issues this morning. Once I got those ironed out, it's going pretty good today. Water hole on this side just a little bit. Freezing myself out in here. I got my air conditioner blasting up. barbecue chicken next. Yeah, if anyone has any comments, questions, anything, I usually answer, just so you know. I'm sure you guys like watching me eat. Pretty big washout right here. Ooh. Pretty deep. Someone want to let me know like what the stream quality is like. Is it good? Bad? In between? Well, thanks for letting me know, Steve. I'm kind of watching it here on my phone too, and it looks good on my phone, but I don't know if it's, you know, because I'm kind of connected to my camera too, so just wanted to double check. Planting isn't quite as exciting as harvest. Like during harvest, you know, there's a lot of stuff to watch. Plus, you got the grain cart coming up to dump. You know, planting, you just boom, boom, back and forth all day long. But every now and then, something's kind of exciting happens. It's not really even exciting, but you know, like a breakdown or something. At some point here shortly, I'll have to get some seed brought out to me to refill my planter. Other than that, I mean, when you're planning, it's just a lot of back and forth. Yeah, it's really quiet in here. I even have it throttled up a little bit. You're supposed to be able to run a Fendt. They call it tractor management system, and it like gives it just as much RPM as it needs. But when you're running as much hydraulics as I am with this planter, I have to actually set a limit. Like I got it, it's at 1350 RPM, so it's still pretty low, but yeah, that's a pretty quiet job. But if I could run it in tractor management system, it'd be even quieter. I have that delta force, you know, the downforce system, and it uses a lot of hydraulics. So I have to have some RPM for my pumps. Maybe there's another way around that, I guess I'm not sure. But I got all these telephone poles along on this headland. Pain in the ass. Trying to turn around. But yeah, I know what you're talking about with that noise. It can put me to sleep as well. When I was a kid, I used to ride in the combine or the tractors with my dad. I would do the same thing. I'd fall asleep. And the other kind of weird thing is when you spend all day in them, like, it's not so much a tractor, although I do get it in the spring as well, but especially during harvest after running combine, you know, for like 16 hours or whatever in a day, when I lay down to go to sleep, I still hear it all. Like, I hear it in my ears the whole time I'm trying to go to sleep. can't believe this camera has lasted this long though. So that's a good sign. I might be able to live stream like this all the rest of the season. Last year I tried using this camera during harvest to live stream, and it only lasted, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. But I was on the battery, and the battery gets like really hot. So this time I took the battery out and I got the camera plugged into the power, and I think that's the ticket. Steve, I will eventually have some merch. I got a lot of designs already made up. I just seem to hit a snag along the way, like at every step along the way. Then on top of that, I've had some family things going on. So I originally was going to have it all ready by, you know, sometime in the winter. Well, I had so much stuff come up, just couldn't get it done, and I wanted to do it the right way too. So I've been doing a lot of things I don't really want to talk about necessarily, but at every step of the way I just keep getting kind of hung up. You know, people don't get back to you. Yeah, so anyways, yes, to answer your question, yes, I will have stuff hopefully this summer. But I got some pretty cool designs, I'll tell you that. I've been really working on that stuff. I'll probably do like t-shirts, maybe like some Yeti cups or mugs or something like that. I don't know, it doesn't have to be Yeti, but... And then maybe like hoodies and hats. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. That washout is deep. But all this stuff just takes a lot longer than you think. And, you know, especially when you've never done that before. Like, yeah, I've ordered t-shirts before and had them printed, you know, for myself. But when you're trying to do something like a merch release that potentially a lot of people might buy, I don't know, maybe nobody will buy it, I have no idea, honestly. But you know, it's hard just figuring it all out, like how to do it to where, you know, someone puts in an order and then it's like, well, I'll get that to you in about 6 months. You know, I want it to be legit. So I've been trying to do everything the right way, and I don't know. But like for t-shirts, I'm looking at like doing some designs. Like I'll probably do some like kind of, you know, I'll do like some kind of standard designs like the brand logo, shirts, stuff like that. But I'm also thinking a little bigger, like, because I feel like people don't make cool farm shirts, really. So I've been looking at, or I've been kind of designing some, what I think is cool anyways. I guess I don't know if other people like it or not, but so I think it'll be cool. Maybe when it gets closer, I'll post like some examples just to see what people think. But the people I have lined up to kind of make, like do the printing, they kind of suggested I do maybe like a pre-order at some time, so that way I can kind of get a feel for how many people are actually going to buy stuff. So maybe that's how it's going to shake out in the end, is at some point I'll post about a pre-order for certain designs and then get them printed and sent out, and then just kind of go from there, you know, see what's popular, what's not. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. That's the long answer to your question. I don't know if you guys can really see the screen right here all that well, but if you see all the different colors on it, I'm planning what's called a prescription map. So each color on here is a different seeding rate. So this is my population map. So let's see which color is the highest. So everywhere where there's orange on there, that's like my higher seeding rates. That'd be like 140,000 seeds per acre. And then what's next? Probably the red. The brighter red is 125,000, and then that dark color is 110,000 seeds per acre. And if you can't see it very good, just let me know. I could take the camera off and get it up there so you can see it, but I mean, it's not that exciting, but I'm just trying to let you know like what kind of you're looking at, what I'm doing. Starting to really roll the dust out here now. I am going about 5 miles an hour. I know a guy that used to live in Brazil. His family farms over there. His name's Carlos. But yeah, I'm going like, if you want to get technical, I'm going like 4.8. Not really sure why, but just because I am. yeah, Steven, just thinking about, back to your question, not just about the merch, but I had a lot of stuff I was going to do for like the channel over the winter, and just because of everything that happened, I just wasn't able to really do any of it. I don't know how much you watched last fall when I was doing live streams, but we were talking a lot about what we had planned for the channel over the winter, and yeah, just couldn't make it happen, man. So everything kind of just got set back, you know. So we're hopefully this year we can put it all together. And my goal, if I can get enough subscribe, you know, enough people watching these videos, what I really want to do is I want to put a Starlink Mini on my combine, and then, but all this stuff costs a lot of money, so I need to like, you know, make some money on YouTube before I do it. But I want to put a Starlink Mini on my combine. Then there's this other unit I can buy, and I can have like 4 cameras live streaming like simultaneously. So like I could have like a camera outside of my combine, a camera kind of mounted up here on the side like I got right now. You know, I can have it mounted in different places and have like a 4 camera quadrant for my live stream. And I think that would be awesome. That's my true like wish. But all of it costs money, so we are monetized on YouTube, but I just need more people to keep watching and watching. Hey, Liv. Yeah, that's kind of my goal, though. Just thought I'd lay that out there for whoever's watching. So if I can make enough money to buy all that equipment, we're going to have some pretty sweet live streams for harvest. But I don't know if we'll quite hit that goal. You know, it might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 5 years, I don't really know. Hope you're feeling better, Liv. If I could put all that stuff together and have like a really good live stream setup like that, I'd probably just leave it running all day long and just have a full, you know, just have a full-on live stream going almost at all times. The only part that sucks for me is I don't think I can have the radio on at all. I know I can't in my videos. I guess I don't really know about live streams. So like I just sit in silence all day is the bad part for me. The ideal combine? Well, yeah, I'll tell you what, that thing was very impressive. My brother liked it as well. I don't know, the word to describe it is a beast. Like, it's just a beast. Very impressive. There's a lot of impressive things about it. Now, I don't know what it would be like to actually own one and run it every day, but running it for a couple hours or whatever I did, I could see it being a really nice combine. I would assume it's probably not very fun to work on if I had to guess, but I don't know that for a fact. You know, and I don't know if a machine like that's for us necessarily or not. It is something we want to take a look at, though. Yes, Liv, I got my pizza. But yeah, I mean, if you watch like Brian's farming videos, you probably do, I'd assume. I don't think he had a very fun time with his Fendt, but I bet you he's going to keep it. So I don't really keep up with his channel, but I watch a little bit of him. So I mean, that probably tells you something right there. The reason why we wanted to take a look at the Ideal, our dealer just offered to bring it out to us to demo. So I mean, it's actually the second time I've ran an Ideal. I ran one a few years ago in soybeans. I think that was an 8T though. But so they were going to bring it out to us anyways. So it's not like it was something we were begging for. But we did want to take a look to see, like, does the efficiency of a big combine like that with a 12-row head, is that better than running two 8-row Gleaners? You know, might free up a guy. You know, there's a discussion to be had there, but I don't know if we're in a position really to make a change like that right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. It had something to do maybe with a previous owner or something. Yeah, I just watched part of the video where they were working on the rotor, I think it was, and that didn't look very fun. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was like, yeah, I bet you that ain't fun, but I bet you he keeps that thing. I don't really keep up with all the farming channels as much as I used to. Probably my favorite one to watch is Larson's. If I'm going to sit down and watch them, it'd probably be Larson's, Millennial Farmer, and then Brian. I just think Larson's make the most entertaining videos. But I don't, like I said, I don't really sit down and watch them all that much. Maybe it's because I farm and I don't know. But I do usually check them out for a little bit, you know, watch a few minutes, see what they're up to, type thing. Gotcha, baller. How's it going in Ohio? We were about the same size. We just lost some ground this year, though. Some land that we were renting came up for auction, and so we're down some acres now, a little bit. Okay, Steve. Well, thanks for watching my channel. I just started it, so I appreciate that. I do. I like all the other farming channels. Yeah, he's in, like, however you say it, Chillicothe, or I don't know how you say it. But yeah, I've driven by his place before. Seems like a good dude. But obviously I don't know. It's just I have some weird interests. So like when I'm on YouTube watching it, I generally can't talk. I generally watch other stuff, but I do pop in on their channels and see what they're up to. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I had, I don't really want to misspeak, but I had a rep from Fendt riding with me last year, and he services Brian maybe, but he said the same thing, that they're a really nice family, and like he knows them. I kind of started doing this because I don't think there's a ton of people doing YouTube in Michigan for farming. I know there's some, but so I just thought I'd do it a shot. Live streaming was my big thing. I really want to do live streaming, but you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to be able to live stream. So I started just making other type of videos to first get the following to be able to live stream. It's gonna happen pretty quick. And then, I don't know, every time I put out like a little poll asking what type of videos people want, they kind of want me to make all of them, so I'm doing a little bit of everything. Doing the kind of the long form vlogs, which it's going to take some practice to get really good at those. But I like making the POVs, and these live streams are kind of my two favorite mediums. But I'll keep making the vlogs because I feel like people like to watch them. Really hard to figure out how to make them entertaining when nothing breaks down. So it makes me kind of wonder, like, some of them guys like kind of stage breakdowns or something, you know, 'cause it's like, sure, I break down, but it's not like all the time, and so it just makes me kind of wonder, you know, because when my vlog is just me in the tractors, because that's what's happening, or in the combine, whatever, it means everything's going smoothly. So now I did have a couple breakdowns last fall, and they made for entertaining videos, but when everything goes smoothly, it's hard to, you know, make it entertaining. So I'm kind of trying to show like a little bit of a different angle of it, like, you know, it's just come from my point of view. It's like, this is what it's like to be, you know, a farmer operating equipment. When I have something cool to show, I'll definitely show it, but, you know, a lot of days are just like this, where I'm just, a farmer's just sitting in his tractor, not necessarily live streaming, but it has the radio blaring and singing along, and, you know what I mean? It's just kind of the way it normally goes. Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, you probably like just seeing the inside, seeing what it's like if you've never ridden in a tractor. Yeah, I get that. You probably always wonder, I wonder what it's like in there. What are they doing in there? I did buy a drone, so I have a drone. I haven't put it up yet while I'm working. You don't mess around with it because I don't really want to waste time right now. But once I feel like I'm in a good place, I'll mess with my drone a little more. Yeah, exactly, Steven. A boring day is a good day. So like today I had some problems actually this morning, and but it just was nothing to really film because it was all just like really stupid stuff. And I was throwing a tantrum, and I don't think anybody really wants to see that. I think I recorded some of it, I don't know, but yeah, it wasn't like anything to go work on the show. It was all stupid, like computer stuff. To get a partnership with these guys. Nicotine pouches. Hey Baller, if you're still in here, are you guys done down there? I would imagine so. My sunglasses keep irritating me. I'll be able to make a phone call. I don't think this will mess the stream up, but I'm not positive. Guess we'll find out. Need to get my guy on his way over here with some seed here shortly.
Buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Doing shovel of a ski at the Harlets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Want me to get you out of it?
Why, what do you need?
Well, I'm gonna need seed here shortly. You know, I can go a little while yet, but...
Well, Caitlin's actually at the shop right now, I believe.
Who?
Caden.
Okay. So what are you saying?
Huh?
So what are you saying?
Well, I have to come back all the way up here to get Sean. And Sean rode up here with me, because I had to drop Spoon's juice buggy off at Daniels.
Alright. Well, whatever. I mean, I'm gonna need seed, and so are you saying you want me to call Caden?
Well, if it comes down to it, and you haven't heard from me, yeah, you're gonna have to.
Alright. I'll just call Caden. I don't think he's there, though. I think he went out rolling.
He called me for a ride when we were getting ready to pull out of Daniels.
From Collier's?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
From somewhere, anyway.
10-4.
If you're probably gonna have to coach him and remind him to go down to St. Joe or down to Round Lake, and then go down to Ionia Road.
10-4.
All right, Bob.
See you.
See ya.
Oh boy. Alright, the stream's still going, actually. I'm surprised. Alright. No, we gotta call Caden. My number one guy won't bring me seed today. What the heck is going on with that?
So,
What are you up to?
yeah, just got back to the farm like 10 minutes ago.
Alright. Do you want to run that seed to me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. You don't have to like rush, but sometime soon, do you remember the route? You're gonna have to take 50 to St. Joe.
And then take a ride.
Yep. And then a right on Ionia Road.
Okay, so, am I pulling up to the same place, or you want me further down?
Further down. I'm almost to that house that's across the road, you know?
Yeah.
I'm almost to that, so kind of just wait at the the edge of the property line, and when I see it, I'll pull up there somewhere.
All right, cool.
All right, see you. I'm gonna have to pick on Polly about that one. So when I fill up, I'll just pivot my camera around, point it out the back. How do I get back? All right. So this field's 135 acres. I have planted 101 of them, so obviously I got like 35 acres left. I know how to do math. couple guys that always watch my streams. I can't believe I haven't seen them in here yet. I'm shocked. This headland is like got a pretty sharp angle on it. I don't know if you can tell that in the video, but so my rows are getting shorter is what I'm getting at. Yeah, I bet 50 acres a day. Yeah, I would say on average, I don't know. Yeah, probably about 200 acres a day on average for me with a 40-foot planter. It kind of it obviously depends on which fields I'm planting. Like today, I'll hit 200. But there's a few days I'm going to have this year where I plant a lot of really small fields, and you're not going to hit 200 on those days. But I would say 200 is pretty standard for me, I would say. Unless I have breakdowns or something, I might be more like 160, 170. I try to stay pretty strict with the hours that I work. I try to go at least right around 16 to 18 hours. That's what yeah, so I try to do 16 hours minimum. I'll push longer if I have to, if it rain's coming or something like that, but all in all, that's what I shoot for. Because if I don't get enough sleep, I'm like, I'm so inefficient the next day. So I try to really make sure I get enough sleep to where I can come in the next day and still function highly. I'm just not that way, I guess. When we went to Florida for spring break, I stayed up all night to drive down there through the night. And I don't know, it probably took me a good week and a half to recover from that fully. I was just out of sorts. I still kind of am, to be honest with you. And for anybody that's just popped onto the stream recently and you're wondering what the heck's going on, we're planting soybeans in Michigan. We're in Lake Odessa, Michigan. Going 4.9, so 5 mile an hour. I have cruise controls, so I got one set up for like 4 miles. I'll have to reset the camera so you can kind of see my joystick right here. I was trying to get me out of the frame when I was eating, so I figured no one wants to watch me stuff my face. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I probably couldn't go 6 mile an hour on our ground. There's a couple fields I probably could. We have a lot of stones, so I feel pretty comfortable at 5. Yeah, in the last 15 years, it's things have advanced pretty far, I think. I don't know. I mean, it has, but it hasn't at the same time. Precision planning is a big one, I would say. You know, 15 years ago, we had auto steer already. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff for sure. But I wouldn't say it's like that different than 15 years ago. But yeah, it's different. It's a heck of a lot different than like 30 years ago. I was just trying to do some math in my head to think about 15 years ago. Yeah, I was like 30 years old. So I was just trying to think about what equipment I was using then and what was available. So yeah, it's definitely different for sure. We don't have any of the autonomous, like fully autonomous stuff though on our farm. I know that stuff's like coming out, and I'm sure some guys might already use it. I don't really know, but we don't have any of that stuff. I've heard a little bit about it though. Sounds kind of cool. Do you have a lot of stones down there in Ohio? Really just dawned on me. I was thinking, holy crap, I just said 15 years ago I was 30 years old. Wow. You're not that much older than me, then. I mean, technically I was 29, but same difference. Yeah, time flies, don't it? Happy birthday to you when that happens. I'm trying not to think about 50 yet, but I know it's just right around the corner. Before you know it. I don't really get too depressed about my age, to be honest with you, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy when you think about it. Looks like my seed tender is here, so I'll be stopping for seed when I get up to the road. What I'm going to try to do is just, I got this on like on an arm, so I'm going to try to swing it around so you can see out the back window. If you guys keep watching, I'll keep it going. But if I get in and no one's watching, maybe I'll shut her down. But otherwise, I'll keep the stream going for as long as this camera lasts. I don't know. Maybe it's not going to overheat today. Pretty cloudy here this evening. Okay. Well, thanks for popping in here. Hopefully things are going good over there in Wisconsin. I've heard a lot about your guys' agriculture over there. Sounds kind of impressive. But I have never personally been to Wisconsin. How's planting going over there? You guys have probably had like about the same amount of rain as we have, I would assume. We're close to it. For us, this is our first like real planting window this spring. This is my first full day. Looks like a good spot to load, actually, so. All right, let's see if I can't turn this camera enough. Might be able to. Ooh. Oh, I got this handle right in my way. That's no good. Can almost see. Let me situate him real quick. Let's see, how else could I do this? Like so, probably. That thing's annoying now. That'll work. You'll be able to see the platform. Alright. I'm going to pop out. I'll keep the camera rolling. I'm going to pop out, load it. Only takes a few minutes. And we'll get back to it. Don't have too much fun without me. I'm an idiot. I forgot. He's got to put the boom out, then I got to back up to it. Hey, sometimes you're just an idiot. I do have a rookie out there doing it though, so I might have to get out and help him, maybe. It looks like he's getting it. Yeah, there he goes. He's swinging it. Jerky. Alright, now I'm getting them. Yeah, I know, that's my normal guy. I don't really have to get out except for to fill it. They make me fill myself, is the thing. They don't fill me, they just get the boom out for me and I have to do the rest. But you'd think they'd fill me, right? are loaded up. I only had 3,000 pounds of seed left in my tender, and I'm switching over to a different variety after this. So that's why I only had 3,000 pounds I had to get rid of. I normally, if I want to fill it, I normally will get like 6,000 pounds in there. But I'm going to go back out for just a second, help him get that boom in, make sure he does it right, and then I'll be right back. Oh, mercy, it's getting cold out there. I'll tell you what. All right, let's get this turned back around. Get my ugly face out of there. It is cold. Alright, my camera's, or my video's a little delayed, so I'm trying to see what the camera angle looks like. Reset my counter. Back up here. And here we go. Back at it. Yeah, it's got to be like in the very low 50s out right now. I was getting cold. Adjuster height. Try that. So at least 10 people stayed in while I was out loading. So I should be able to finish this field up, I would say, oh, I don't know, let's see. Probably in like an hour and a half, if I had to guess. So, probably, obviously we'll stream to the end of the field, and then I probably will leave it running while I drive back, and then that'll be it for tonight. I would say this would be a pretty good test stream. The camera has stayed alive this whole time. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I think I got the live streaming figured out. Now we just need to get more people watching. The harvest videos we're getting, or the harvest live streams are getting a lot of viewers, so. We'll have to see if we can replicate that. I'm not too worried about it. I just find it interesting. I don't know why so many people watch that. last year I was live streaming with my cell phone, and I'd have to hold it the entire time. So I don't know if that's why, because I did it in the vertical. So I think a lot of people were just watching on their phones. Are you guys watching on TV or on phone? Just curious. Or computer. Kind of curious, like what format, you know, people actually like to watch on. For me, it's TV. I always watch YouTube on TV. So you're on your phone. Does this, and this looks good on your phone? Okay, cool. Is anybody out there watching on either a TV or a PC that can comment? I'm just curious if it looks good on there too. Really good? Alright. So how dumb do I look? If it looks really good, that means you can see me good. So that means I look stupid. So I think this is a little ticket then. I'm just glad I gave it a try. I was like, well, I wonder if I take the battery out of this camera and plug it in instead, if it just won't get as hot. And I think that was the difference. Are you at home or did you go see Joe? Gotcha. I just didn't know if she was watching. field. I don't know, you can kind of see the tree line off here to the left. The field doesn't actually go all the way to the trees. So we really don't have a ton left here. Like I said, it probably will take an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but then this field will be done. Then I'll be heading back to the farm for fuel and DEF. Yeah, then I'll probably just hit it again tomorrow. I got a little road travel to my next field. I guess depending on what time it is, I may or may not go to the next field tonight. Guess we'll just see how that shakes out. Alright, thanks, Steven. Yeah, that's cool. So it looks good on both. That's good. That's kind of what I was looking for, or I was hoping for, I should say. I'm using my cameras from last year is what I'm like. Get the new camera, the app that comes with it, I couldn't get it to connect to my YouTube, so I was like, well, I'll just try my old camera, and I guess it's working. So what's that say? Okay, that's cool. I might be able to do that. I could probably. I might be able to do that actually, Steven. Not right now, but maybe on the next one I might be able to stick my camera mount to the other window on the door over here, and so then it's like you're sitting in the buddy seat. I'll see if I can make that work. Not a bad idea, really. The only problem would be opening the door and stuff. I don't know, I'll figure that out maybe. I'll ponder that one, Steven. My reverse fan just scared me. Hey, turn her into a fan of Dirt Nation. kind of curious to see what it will look like in the dark too. Hey, there he is, hunting and stuff. What's up? It's going really good, actually. I had some issues this morning. I had some issues last night as well, but once I got it all straightened out, everything's going pretty good, to be honest with you. We'll see how long it lasts, though. I generally have a decent amount of issues when I'm planning, but I'm hoping this year's the year. We'll see. Fingers crossed, this year's the year. Let it just go super smooth. But it's funny, earlier I was saying, man, there's some guys that normally watch the live streams when I do them. I'm surprised I haven't seen them yet. And you were one of them that I was thinking of. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if I have to send out a notification or if it's just supposed to happen, but I also don't know, like, since I switched channel names from just my name to Dirt Nation, if that has something to do with it. That might have been confusing to some people, but I had to do it. I had to do it at some point, so I just thought over the winter would be a good time to kind of make that change. Yeah, if you rely on notifications, though, I don't know, maybe check that out. Just make sure you're still... I don't really know how notifications work. Like, make sure you're signed up for them or whatever for the DirtNationAg channel instead of, you know, my name. I don't know if that makes a difference. Maybe it all transferred over. I don't really know. I think they are automatic, so I think you're right, but I think I can also choose to not notify people. I don't know if I accidentally did that, maybe, I don't know. Next time I start a stream, I'll check through all the settings to see. But we are back at it, back to streaming, and I'm trying to make, you know, the long form videos too, but I was kind of struggling making one today, just because nothing's really happening. But I think I got enough, maybe, for a video. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, me moving my channel might have messed some things up. Maybe I wouldn't be too shocked. YouTube can be kind of funky. All right, for those of you guys that are watching, so like when I make a long form, you know, in the live video, is it off-putting if it's kind of boring? Or matter, or do you just like to see what's happening regardless? Because that's kind of what I struggle with making them. Is like me and Steven were talking earlier, like, you know, a good day, nothing crazy happens, so it's kind of boring, you know what I mean? So then I feel bad, like I'm buddy or something. So I'm just kind of curious, like how other people think about it. Like, should I only make them on exciting days, or like, is it still worth it to you guys to watch them just because you like to see what's going on? I guess is what I'm asking. Give your 2 cents. It's always interesting. I just like to know how other people think about it, especially the people that have subscribed. It's like, what do you actually want to see? What do you like to see? If I put out a video and it's boring, does that like piss you off, or is it like, well, nothing crazy happened, so I get it. Yeah, see, so 2 people answered that question, and they both have like kind of differing opinions. So that's the thing. It's like a balancing act, you know. And I get that every time I ask. Like, one person will say one thing, and I don't take offense to any of it. Making the video that people want to see. So it's just interesting, because like Steven said, he likes to see what's going on kind of regardless. Hunting and stuff. Yeah, see, so it's like, but yeah, I have thought about doing what you're suggesting, hunting, trying to like condense, like put multiple days into one video. So I have thought about doing that. Right? Yeah, the Truman Show. So yeah, I don't know, I'm still kind of playing with the format a little bit. Our final harvest video, it was really short because I was live streaming all day. I didn't really record, you know, for the vlog itself, hardly at all that day. But Ski's mounted like a dash camera in this tractor, and I thought that turned out really cool. And we just put it to some music, so I might do some more like that too. Like, so I might just mix it up here and there, but I thought that actually turned out really cool, because from his vantage point in the grain cart, you could see the 2 combines, you know, working. Now, if he purposely would have recorded like different moments of the day, it would have turned out cooler, but that just kind of all happened by accident. We didn't like plan it like that or anything. But I did like that format. I thought it was more entertaining. So I was thinking about mixing it up, like have some talking periods, but then like some, you know, sped up action sequences, and I think that could work. But I'm always open to, you know, the viewers' opinions of what you guys like. kind of one of the reasons why I started doing it actually was like, you know, because you look at some of like the bigger channels, they all do kind of similar things, and I always thought of it as trying to be a little different with, especially the live streams. I thought it'd be cool just to live stream, you know, and hang out. And so this was one of the big things I wanted to do, is live stream. But I was just trying to think of ways to be slightly different than like the regular farming channels. I haven't fully figured it out yet, but this is only the second season. Yeah, I thought it was cool too. That honestly is probably my favorite video, as far as just a straight up harvest video. Maryland checking in. All right, welcome to the channel from Maryland. Yeah, Ashley does the editing, the person that asked that question, and I agree. 15-20 minutes tops. Unless, the only way it should be longer than that, in my opinion anyways, is if it's super exciting. You know, something crazy's going on. All of this, just for those of you who have never done anything like record, you know, posted on YouTube, I should say. All of this is a lot. It's a lot of work, and it's just harder than you think it is. I thought it was gonna be way like just easy, but it's actually pretty hard. I was pretty surprised by how hard it is to do. 10 to 15, yeah. I see that, I get that. 10 to 15 minutes is pretty reasonable. It's just hard to, as the creator, it's hard to condense stuff, especially like farming stuff. It's hard to condense it into that short of a video. I mean, I don't know, I shouldn't really say that. It's probably not hard to do, but I just got to figure out how to record it, how to pick the moments and whatnot, I guess. But yeah, that's a good suggestion. I'm not against that. Yeah, I agree with you, Steven. I think that's what's awesome about live streams. You get to hang out with a person. You know, so like, you know, it's kind of like a good secondary, like to build like a community. And but I'm doing the streaming. You know, don't be afraid to ask whatever questions you want. You guys can talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Talk to me. I don't care. But I watch a lot of streams. That's what I mainly watch on YouTube. So that's kind of why I thought down that, you know, down that road of, hey, I should just live stream from the tractor. Yeah, I don't think you can chat on the TV, actually. I don't think so, anyways. You can usually read it. You can read the live chat on the TV, but you, that's true. Play with chat. And yes, we are getting the first full. And I planted like maybe 40 acres last night. This is the first full day of actual planting. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. If you're watching on TV, just have your phone out too, and then you can chat if you want. Yeah, anyways, I'm always like open to what, you know, the viewers think. What you guys like, you know, back to the video, or what you like to see, how I like them. So it's interesting. Thanks for your feedback. Help figure out how we want to make them, you know, between my wife, and how we want to actually like put them together for you guys. But we are closing in on this field. I wish my camera was a little more mobile so I could show you like my planning screen over here. This shows you the map. But the way I have it rigged up, it'd be a pain in the butt to take it down quick just to show you. Yeah, Corey's out planting corn right now. I think he's moving right along. He has a 60-foot plan. A little better time than I do. But yeah, we're both going. Skis is out working ground ahead of Corey. Alec works ground ahead of me. So that's the other part about planting season is I never really see anybody, you know, because I'm kind of out by myself. So yeah, it's a 24 row. Next time, like we have a down day, like if it rains or something and all our equipment's back consolidated at the farm, I'll do like a you know, planting equipment lineup video so you guys can see all the other stuff that you haven't probably seen yet. Really, the only thing you probably haven't seen is my planter and Corey's planter, I guess, really, because you've already seen the tractors and you've already seen the Pottinger. So, but I'll still do it. I'll still make it. Someone requested a video today of how I choose my planting depth, and someone wanted a video on how we set up like our monitors in here, so I'll probably do a video on like the technology stuff too. If you're asking that to me, hunting and stuff, I like this. Because it's just, I just have a GoPro mounted up on the window. So I like this. Everyone said it looks good on a phone and on a TV. So I think this is probably the best. I don't know, what's your opinion? I don't know what you're watching on. But for me, this is easier just because I can mount it there, and I was trying to figure out a way to use my phone though. I couldn't figure out a mount for it, so. I kind of thought that too. Because I noticed I wasn't getting as many viewers, and I did bring that up earlier. I said I think something to do with the vertical format. People stop and watch it on their phone more. So yeah, you're probably right. I was kind of wondering that myself. So yeah, maybe I'll have to go back to vertical, or maybe I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think about that. I think I can go vertical with this camera, maybe. I know my other camera I can, but I can't get that one to live stream. It won't connect to YouTube. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, if I could get my new camera, I bought DJI's, and if I could get that to connect to my YouTube, I can go vertical or horizontal with it. So, but I don't, this camera, honestly, I don't think I can. I've just got to figure out a way to mount my phone so I don't have to hold it all day, but if I could figure that out, maybe I'll run an experiment and go vertical for a day. The nice thing about the setup I got right now is, because obviously I'm recording with my camera, but I have my phone down here where I can read the chat and stuff, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, the weather could have something to do with it, time of year. But I think hunting and stuff is onto something with how they show the vertical live streams and through the shorts feed. So people are just swipe, swipe, swipe. Then they see something like that and they're like, what the hell is this? And they watch for a while. But yeah, you do get the spammers, and yeah, we had a few of them last fall, didn't we? I'm about to kick on the lights and see how that looks with the camera. Not perfect, is it? You can see my silhouette on the windshield. And my windshield's kind of dusty now. Clean that. Okay, good. Well, I'm not a big window washer, but I think if I'm going to live stream, I'm probably going to have to be a window washer. But the last thing you should ever do in a tractor is run your windshield wipers. It makes it 10 times worse. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, our next rain is on Sunday, Saturday night, I think. So yeah, that's what we're trying to, that's kind of the storyline, is trying to get as much done as we can before the next rain. I haven't really checked the weather today, though, to see if it changed at all. But we're in Berry County. Well, we kind of farm in the corner of 3 counties. We're in the corner of Eaton, Ionia, and Berry, so... Yeah, we just got started in our area, though. If you haven't been on the stream for very long, today's our first, like, really full day. So yeah, we're just getting started, as I'm sure you guys are down there as well. But off Bismarck, yeah, that ain't too far from us. Bismarck is literally probably, what, 2 miles from where I'm at right now. Something like that. It was 2 to 3 miles. I'm on Ionia Road. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, feels good to be back out. Getting something accomplished. It was a long winter here, nice and cold. But it's still cold. I wish it would just warm up. See if the pin plate makes it any worse or better. Not bad. Yeah, May's cold here as well, and yeah, it's just been an up and down spring. We get that a lot here, but it gets warm for a while, then everybody gets excited, then it turns winter again, then it's summer again, then it's winter again. It just goes back and forth. I forget, which state are you in, hunting and stuff? When you say it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. I think I kind of remember that. You guys just had some like snowstorms there, didn't you? Or maybe it's only up in the mountains, I don't know. But probably getting down to our last 10 to 15 here. Yeah. It's up in the mountain, colder. Yeah, I hear you. Told me, but what's you and Steve? I'm gonna break the cardinal rule to see if it'll make your view better. I'm gonna hit my windshield wiper one time. A little better. Well, my bars are going down on my cell signal, so still a 5G, they just went back up. But I try to pick the farms that I stream from based off of that. If I have 5G, I try it. But we are almost done, so if the stream cuts out, it cuts out, and we'll probably do another one, I don't know, probably tomorrow at some point. I'll try to wait till the evening, I think, to do them, just because that's when most people are on. So if you guys like watching streams, maybe just check every night. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do them every single night, but I might. Trying to go water with some standing water up here. I think I'm gonna go through it though. I'm not going to go through it this time, but next time. wish I'd have planted this daylight. I didn't think that far ahead. Probably getting harder to tell what I'm doing, but I just had to back up to the water hole here on the other side of it. Now I should be able to go through it, I think, the rest of the way. Yeah, I can see it chopping, so it'll probably come, the signal will probably come back when I get back on top of this hill. Yeah, we got probably just a few more rounds here. Probably won't take too long. Then I gotta go back to the farm and get fueled up, and we're only really like a few miles away from our farm. Alright, Steven, have a good night, man. Thanks for watching. Fortunately, I think the daytime streams show up better. But more people are available to watch at night, so I have to figure that one out. I don't know if the service is. It might be. Not real sure. Like, I'm using the hotspot on my phone for my camera, and I mean, right now I got 5G ultra wide, so I mean, it's probably just getting a little spotty because I've been streaming for so long. But I was just saying that I think just the view is probably better during the daytime. But maybe it looks just fine for you guys, I don't know. At night. You know, like as far as seeing like what I'm actually doing. Like, but maybe it looks better on a full screen. Like I have it like on a small screen on my phone, so I can't fully see it very good. But I would guess the choppiness is just like mainly at the back of the field, I think, but also just because I've been streaming for so long. I remember last fall when I was doing the really long streams, like I'd go through periods like it would get really choppy, then it would improve again after a little bit. So but who knows? Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll try a vertical on the phone somehow. If I can figure out a way to mount my phone good, maybe I'll try that. Like you said, I think you brought up a pretty valid point that a lot of people stumble upon it in the shorts feed, so maybe I'll try that. I don't necessarily care about how many viewers I have. I mean, it's neat when you have a lot of people watching, but I don't know. We'll see. There, I'll clear the windshield for you. That was cool though. That one night we had like 130,000 people. I mean, I don't think they were all watching at the same time, but that was kind of cool. Right, yeah, you can just see further and you can actually tell like what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I meant. Kind of forgot this tractor actually has a decent windshield washer fluid. It like foams. It's pretty neat. now you'll see my silhouette more probably. I have a pretty old iPad, but that's what this is up here, is an iPad. So realistically, if I got a newer iPad that took like 4K video, I don't know, maybe this one has a good camera, I'm not sure. But I could probably spin that vertically and record on that all day. That has cell signal. Or, you know, live stream from it. I could use that to live stream. I haven't really thought about that. You might have had me. You got me thinking about something now. But it would just be like a close-up of my windshield, though, is the only thing. That's what's kind of neat about this view. You can kind of see me. You can kind of see my controls a little bit, and you can see out the window. Ooh, we got 2 deer standing up here. Right there. Oh, they're gonna run in front of us. Yeah, Paul.
What's your game plan for tonight?
Well, I'm gonna finish here, then head back to the farm for fuel and stuff.
Do you need your truck staged anywhere, or are you leaving after you get fuel?
I don't need it staged anywhere, I don't believe.
Okay. Alright, you're the last one I had to check in on. So Spoon's gonna finish Daniels is and quit. And he's gonna check on skis later.
10-4.
Alright, Bob. I'll see you later.
Thanks for cheaping out on me earlier.
No way I could have got out of it.
I was trying to get you out of a harder job.
If I didn't have Sean...
You're a beast. You're just a beast.
I am. I found a new way to do shovels.
Alright. How's that?
When you get to throw away the old tabs, you just snap the tab off and pound the fucking shovel off.
Yeah, alright. Alright, dude.
After about 4 shovel, I asked, hey, are we throwing some tabs away? He goes, yeah. And I said, and it's not, maybe I'll let it not.
Yeah, I can turn it. I did it when I held it. Yeah, I could turn it backwards for a minute. How did I do that? You just gotta look at my ugly face for a minute. Close. Oh shoot. Hold on. Going through a washout. Glad I looked forward then. Oh, I don't like that. Damn it. Okay. Sorry. problem is it's really dusty, and I got a couple things in the way. Earlier I got it to where I didn't have a lot in the way of the view. I'll have to play with that tomorrow. I'll figure that out another time. I think I gotta put my mount somewhere else, because earlier I got it to where I could like kind of get it in between those two bars, but people were just trying to see the platform while I was loading my planner. But if you want to see like the whole view, I'm gonna have to change the whole mounting location, I think, which is no biggie. I can do that, but so I'll work on that. Oh, for sure, yeah. Way better in the daylight. At night, the dust shows up a lot more. Unfortunately, when I went through that washout, and I know it's happened in years past, my planner like really flexes up, and so there's two row units right where it flexes that can hit each other, and I seen them hit, and I also seen something fly. So I'm kind of afraid when I get to the end and I pick my planner up, I'm not going to be able to put it back down. I hope I'm wrong. Fortunately, if it is the case, I do have the spare part with me, but I'll probably shut the stream down and go fix it. I really hope I'm wrong. But I know I seen something fly. Like, and it looked like a little shiny piece of metal. It's like this little sensor that, it's like a sensor that tells the computer like the position of the toolbar, so it knows whether it's up or down, essentially. And so I think when I put it up, it might not go back down. But it happened in that same spot a couple years ago. So I won't be shocked. We'll see. What are you asking? Something? Shears. Oh. Yeah, that sensor needs to be moved in a row so that it's not right at the flex point. And it's something I actually said I was going to do before the season started, but I didn't do it. I don't know. We're about to find out because I'm about to lift it. Okay, it lifted. So now we'll turn around and see if it goes back down. It could have been something else that went flying, but something did. Well, it went back down, so could have been something like a hose clamp. You know, I don't think it was a hose clamp, but you know, something shiny. It could have been anything small. I mean, if it was something serious, I would know it. So that's my reverse fan. Every like 10 or 15 minutes it reverses to blow all the dust out of like the radiator and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, it's not going to keep it completely clean, you know what I mean? But hey, what's up? Welcome in. You got in kind of right here at the end. We're almost done. We got one more pass, I think, after this one. Welcome in anyways. My eyes are too bad to see your name again. So the stream will be going for maybe, I don't know, another 20 minutes or so. But can't remember if I've seen your name before, but welcome anyways. And just check back, you know, every evening. I might do a live stream every night or every other night, something like that. Like in the early evening for the most part. Or at least start them then, you know, so that it's daylight and you can see more. Struggling reading the chat sometimes. I need someone to ride with me and read it to me. Alright, we're coming to that washout again. It's not as deep as the last pass was. That was the worst one. am on the moon. How do you know I'm not? I wish the camera really quick though, because it would have been neat for you guys to see the way the planner flexes through something like that. The Fendt planner like can really. Must be my lucky day. You guys get? I didn't. Yeah, there's two different ways to look at live streams as far as like if you're doing money. Or whatever, and it helps your watch time, so that's always good. But then the other way to look at it is you know, super chats and stuff. I think that's how a lot of people make money on live streams. Like I watch live streams all the time at home, and I always watch them on the TV, but they're generally just like people sitting, you know, after shooting the shit with people. That's what I watch. But I am monetized, so I guess I am curious. Are they playing ads on this? I don't remember like selecting if I wanted to monetize this live stream or not. So I didn't really know if it was or not. I didn't really even think about it when I started it, to be honest with you. But I also have YouTube Premium, so I don't ever get ads, but we haven't seen one yet, so it might not even be because like when you post as the creator, when you post a video, you can actually, you don't have to monetize every video, so you actually tell it whether you want it to be monetized or not. So maybe that was my own fault for not selecting it, or I can't remember if they really even actually monetize the live streams, to be honest with you. I think when people watch them after the fact, like I gotta keep them public afterwards, and when people watch them then I get paid for it. But I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. I probably should look into that, huh? I kind of live stream more for the fun of it anyways, but I mean, it is cool to get paid while you're doing it too, so. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. What kind of ads are they showing on like my regular videos? Like who's advertising on them? I always kind of wondered that. Sunshine for 200 joules. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really even know what that is. Yeah, I think it is something to do with watching. I remember kind of reading about it last year, but like it has something to do with the views that they get after the fact, as long as you make them public. I think while you're actually streaming, it's the only money you can make is from oh, you know, like super chats and other stuff. You know, there's some other stuff that I can set up that I just haven't yet. You know, like memberships and all that kind of jazz. I probably will do all that stuff eventually, but you know, as of now, like especially when it's just like a small group of people like this watching, it's kind of cool just to like hang out, chat. But yeah, eventually I'll probably do some of that other stuff. All right, we are done with this field. Okay, kind of like a super chat. All right, well, thanks, man. I'll have to see how that works, but thank you. Dirt Nation rocks, hell yeah, Daniel. But all right, we're done with this 135-acre field. We'll head back for some fuel here in a minute. I gotta write some notes down for my records. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'll check that out though. Thank you though, regardless. What is the date today? The 6th? 5/6. Let's see. I had to do some figuring. Alright, there we go. I screwed my phone up there for a second. Good night, Liv. I love you. My daughter had her first softball game last night. She did great. It was fun to watch her. Folding the planter up and we'll get on the road here. Probably I'll bring you guys with me down the road, and we'll end it when I get back to the fuel barrel. I always forget what lights to use on the road. These, I'd say. Oh, you guys can't even see out the windshield. No, I don't have any bright lights on. I can barely see the lights. The headlights aren't really that bright. It's just a short, like, 3-mile drive, so we'll be there in no time. Can you even see the road at all? Probably not. I always think these tractors sound so cool, though. Especially like when you're slowing down like that, coming up to an intersection. before. Get up to these red blinking lights, we're going to hang a left, and we got just a mile down that road. We'll be back at our farm. There. Yeah, I can't read the chats right now, just so you know. I'll catch up with them when we get to the fuel barrel here in a minute. We'll sign off after that. Just about to pull in here. Oh, mercy. Alright, we made it back home. Alright. How many acres do I have planted? 215. Today was my first full day, so I would say like 30 acres maybe of that. 217 was planted last night, and the rest was today. Oh, you could see it in the road. I'm surprised. Hey, Vern, you're back. All right. I wondered, I was going to say, man, I haven't seen Vern comment. So either he's watching in silence or he's just isn't on yet. But yeah, I'm going to fuel up here in a minute. I might just call it a day. I mean, it's a little early to quit maybe, but I got to do a little traveling to the next field. So I might just quit a little early and start a little earlier in the morning maybe. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. But yeah, 217 acres done to be exact. That actually might be a little high. I had to actually replant a little section last night, and so I think it probably double counted maybe like 10 acres or so. I know that sounds like a confusing answer, but yeah. Just thinking about that in my head. Yeah, we're Eastern time, so right now it's almost 10 o'clock. I generally try to go until at least midnight, but yeah, I just explained it. I gotta look at the temperatures though. I want to say they were talking about a frost, and if that's the case, maybe I won't be able to start super early. Yeah, I'll have to think about that a little bit. Yeah, overall tonight's stream was really just a test to see if this camera would record for a long period of time without overheating. I would say that was a successful test. Must have streamed, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours maybe? I think, something like that. So I'd say this camera's gonna do it. Just gotta try to decide if everybody likes this view or if I should go back to vertical. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's definitely nicer to start in the daylight, especially where I'm going to. There a couple smaller fields. The one wouldn't be too bad to plant in the dark, but so yeah, it would be nicer to see it in the daylight. Yeah, Eric, I don't know. I might quit. I might just puss out tonight. Quit a little early. I don't know. Let's look at the weather. Let's see what we got coming. I haven't really looked at the weather all day today, so. Well, I got a frost advisory. According to the radar, there's a little rain, but it's not raining. Check the daily. They're saying showers early, so what's the hourly? Alright. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna rain. Yeah, as of now, our best chance that I'm seeing right now would be, well, they pushed it back to Tuesday. There's 60% next Tuesday. Originally, it was like Saturday night into Sunday, I thought. So that's good, I guess. Yeah, stick up for me, Vern. It's early in the year. You got plenty of time, right? But no, for what I got to do, it probably does just make the most sense to... I probably will shut down after I get some fuel, and I'll probably get a little earlier start in the morning, maybe. But I can hear my own voice on my phone. So turn that down. I'm gonna get out, get this fuel pumping. If you guys want to hop off, hop off. If you stay on, I'll chat with you when I get back in here in a minute. But hello. What's up? Yeah. What? No. Who's not trusting her? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that for a minute. Yeah, I don't know. Let me end this stream here in a minute and I'll call you back. Alright. Alright, I'm back. Alright, we'll probably call that a night here shortly. Let this chat load up. But yeah, thanks for those of you who watched tonight. We'll do more throughout the season, obviously. It kind of sounded like everybody thinks this looks good on both phone and TV and stuff, so we'll probably do more like, you know, with this camera. I'll probably try some more with, here I'll probably try one if I just got to figure out a way to mount my phone to where I can see it and, you know, have it pointing out, and I just haven't found a way to do that yet. So, but if I can, we'll do some vertically too to get some more viewers. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out tonight, and we'll catch you guys all in the next one. See ya. Now I gotta figure out how to end the stream.